Hey guys, Ceave Gaming here, and today is going to be the long-awaited part 2 of Is It Possible to Beat Super Mario Odyssey without collecting any story moons. Just a quick recap, story moon is a multi-moon or the moons which progress the story in some way. So, in the last episode we looked at all the kingdoms up to Metro Kingdom. Today we'll be going through the kingdoms up to the Moon Kingdom and looking at whether we need to collect any multi-moons or just general story moons. Hopefully it is possible. There are several interesting tricks which are interesting for skipping, and yeah, this video is going to be again like the previous one, based on Ceave Gaming. Please subscribe to him, like, comment and subscribe on this video, suggest any changes in the future, and yeah, let's get right into it. So the first kingdom of this episode will be Ceave or the Snow Kingdom, and it's actually surprisingly difficult. So there's the town that has a few moons. It's got chest moon, moon at the start, moon under some snow. There's those three, and then of course there's also each of the sub areas, like there's 4 gates that you're meant to use to open to get to the cake race thing. Not the cake race, the Ceaveian race. And each of those has a sub moon which you can get. So 7 moons already seems to be done, right? Except beyond that there's not many at all, really. So well, there's one more. There's the shop moon, so there's 8 moons. And there's not really anything else. But there is just about enough. So we have 8 moons so far. The 9th one is a Captain Toad moon, which luckily is available before the cake race, the cake thief, before whatever it's called. And lastly, a hint moon, which you have to go to Lost Kingdom for. So there's exactly 10, and turns out there's actually 2 more. Those 2 more are from something where you have to get. There's one spare purple coin, and you buy a snowsuit thing to get into an area that has 2 moons, etc. So there's 12 moons. It's pretty close, but anyway, here are the moons. So next up is the Seaside Kingdom, or Bling, and this kingdom is pretty easy. Like Ceave, you only need 10, but it's a much bigger kingdom. 20 more moons is 50. Pretty big kingdom. Also a very good kingdom. It's not very difficult. You just get the moons, there are plenty. There are some story moons, but you really don't have to get them because it doesn't really block much of the game, just like a couple sections. The story, so not of the game, of the kingdom. So it's a pretty easy kingdom. Also, in terms of moon collection, you might have noticed I didn't have a montage. Well, I did, but the montage of moons collections will be within what I'm saying, what I'm speaking, so that you don't have to watch, which is a bit boring, just 2 minutes of you got doodle-bee-bee-bee. Yeah, exactly that. So it's just going to be within that time. That will just save video time. And also make it more interesting, so you don't waste any time to skip to the next sections. You don't want to see all the moons you get, unless you did want to. Anyway, yeah, just that. Seaside's pretty easy. And next up is the Luncheon Kingdom, which is difficult to say the least. Just a quick note, if there's too much footage, then I may speed it up a little bit, just so it fits in with what I speak. I'm not hacking Mario Odyssey, it's just 2 times footage, just so you know. Okay, so next up on the kingdom list is Luncheon, and this is probably the most difficult out of all the kingdoms to do, of the ones that can be done without any story moves. This is definitely the most difficult, in fact. It is possible, but let's just go through it. So at the beginning, there's a few moons here and there, 5, 6 or something like that. They'll play on the screen, like there's one timer challenge, and another one we have to do some Goombas to get a Lady Goomba, etc. And then you're blocked by the boss fight with Spewit, which blocks access to the town and to the rest of the level. And there doesn't seem to be any way to go through it. There's no cliffs you can go up. The closest point is an island really far away. So it seems like you can't do anything. Turns out that you can. Okay, so let's go through it. There's that island I was talking about before. It turns out you can reach it. And, well, here it is. There's some footage of me going through how it goes. But the first step is to get to the island. Now, you can get a lot of speed by doing a ground pound, roll, then into a roll, and then into a triple jump. And by doing that, you get pretty close to the island, but you don't get anywhere near. And even if you use a cappy roll jump, you still don't get near enough. But there is a technique called lava bouncing, I think. I'm not sure what the technique's called. But if you throw your cap before landing in the lava, then when you're in lava, Mario is on fire, but he can't do anything, so he can't throw his cap or dive, etc. If you maneuver while he's on fire on top of his cap, it gets him out of the on fire. It gets him out of the on fire animation, and you can continually do that because going on the fire resets the cappy throw limit. And if you do it a few times, you can get to the island. Now, turns out I needed to get 6 health. It is possible with 3, but the only reason is because I was doing a ground pound roll into triple jump instead of a cappy roll jump. Anyway, that's how you do it, and that's only the beginning. There is still quite a lot more to do. So from this point, we want to get to the town, and to do that, we need to first go to the door over on the right, where you can go to sub area, playing on screen right now. Then you can go into the sub area, collect those 2 moons, and go out of the door, so you have a save if you die at that point, which is helpful. And then from there, it's close to getting to the town. The next thing to do after that sub area is to move along these little blocks in the lava / pop soup. I don't actually know. Anyway, you move along them, hit the invisible blocks, and then you're finally at the town. And from this point, it's relatively easy. There's some extra moons to get. You know, there's not too many, but there's just about enough. Okay, so the rest of the moons are pretty easy. Piece of cake, but turns out there's exactly 14 moons left you can get, which is perfect, because if there wasn't, I'd have to do another lava bounce trick to get up, to get to because you haven't beaten the bosses, you can't get to the section with the hammer bros because the hammer bros don't spawn, so you can't do that section. That would be a story moon anyway. But anyway, we get to avoid all that hassle because there happens to be 14 moons exactly, just about. And yeah, they're playing right now. About a minute of footage, even with ×2. But yeah, what do you guys think of Luncheon Kingdom? Because I think it's pretty cool. Some people Ceave doesn't like it because of the design, but I don't think it's too bad. In please just comment down below what you think about these videos and any suggestions on improvements to make and anything of that kind. I really appreciate it. Anyway, we've done luncheon and it's time to move on. Looks like Bowser's got a dragon. Okay, yeah, I already knew that, but never gets old. Anyway, Luncheon Kingdom is a bit of a problem because, I mean, A, there's a dragon, and B, that there's a dragon. That's the issue. The only moons that you can get pre-dragon, there's one pre-dragon boss fight, one moon you can get, and that's one of the chests. That's the one, you need 3. So you have to do the boss. There is no way of skipping it whatsoever. Nothing else spawns. The only other moons, even pre finishing the game, happen to be on the arena, so they're blocked by the backdrops. So there's not much to talk about here. It's just you can't do ruined. We'll have to move on to Bowser's boss fight. With moons this time, unlike the Bowser one. Anyway, on to Bowser's Kingdom. So, we're finally on to Bowser's Kingdom, at which point we're almost at the end, because Moon Kingdom, there's nothing to do in Moon Kingdom. You don't have to get any moons, do you? So, this is the last one. And it also happens to be the most annoying kingdom ever for this run. Because, I mean, okay. How do you progress the story? By beating the Mecha Boodle. How do you beat how do you actually beat Mecha Boodle? Oh, you beat them, but how do you actually progress it? You have to collect the multi-moon, and that's a multi-moon. Well, that wouldn't be too bad. We had a similar situation in Udonk, but what makes it even worse is that it also happens to be it's a linear series of hallway platforms connected by electricity lines, which can only be accessed via opening story moons. Maybe. Though there may be some skipping we can do. And it means that there's lots of story moons to get. Very sad. Anyway, first things first, let's get to the point at which we were at the first story moon. Okay, so we're at the point of the first power moon. Or not the first power moon, the first story moon. And you're meant to beat this ground pound, this thing that smashes you. I don't know what they're called. You're meant to do that to get the story moon. And, well, you don't actually have to. To get the reason to do that is to get over, is to activate a bridge. And well, there's actually a sort of there's another way. If you do a triple jump, cappy, throw, dive, etc., do a bit of wall jump. I think there's a wall jump in there, and then dive. And then you can actually get onto a platform behind there, and from there you can capture a pokey and go onto the other side of the bridge. Not the bridge, was a wall, which is great news, right? Except the power line's not there because you have. That's annoying. You have to actually get the power move with the power line to appear, which means, despite skipping it, we can't skip it. Very annoying. So the next section is very much similar. There's a challenge where you have to collect some moon shards using Pokeos. It's pretty cool, but you have to get a story moon. And again, it's possible to skip it by doing a triple jump and then a wall jump and then going onto the roof, which does get you a moon. But there's no electricity line, so we have to get the story moon. The next section is once again pretty interesting. You're meant to beat 2 Boodles to get another story moon, you ask? Yeah, 3rd story moon. Pretty sure it's the last one though, which is good news. That's what you're meant to do. I tried to skip it, but it looks like there's actually an invisible wall, because if you were able to skip this one, they wouldn't really be able to skip that much. Well, because there's not really any more things to unlock. I don't think anything changes beyond the area by collecting story moon, which means that they realised that I would be able. That means in the previous sections they purposely de-cheesed it. Interesting. Anyway, you have to get the story moon, and beat it. And then it is actually that's all there really is to talk about for this kingdom, because we know we can't because we can't skip Mecha Booth. Cool. So yeah, it's basically on to moon now. Well, here it is, the finale, the final kingdom for this one of Mario Odyssey, the Moon Kingdom. And there's no moons we need to get, so there's nothing of interest. I would do the Sphinx skip, but I still can't do it yet, which that just really annoys me. I don't. It's much more difficult on 1.3, but still, it is doable. So I don't know. Just need more practice. Anyway, so we go through Moon Caves, enter the chapel, Bowser boss fight, Bowser escape sequence, and then the credits. And I just want to say that I think Mario Odyssey is a superb game. Well done, Nintendo. It's a great game. It's my favourite 3D Mario platformer because it's the only one I've played. Yeah, don't get annoyed with me. I do want to play Galaxy, etc. But that many Mario games. Anyway, it's a great game. Love the movement, love all the hidden aspects, and how it's really interesting to do challenges in them. Anyway, I think it's a superb game, and hopefully we can get a sequel in the hopefully upcoming Nintendo Directs, please. There probably will be one soon. I'm hoping for an Odyssey sequel. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this two-parter. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment any suggestions on future videos. Again, subscribe and have a look at Ceave Gaming's videos. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So peace out.